Hello guys, good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss about geopolitics. Geopolitics. Geopolitics is the concept by which a rule is set by which how can the world be governed? How can the world be facing the challenges which are given by the natures? Geopolitics is the zero sum game. Geopolitics is the dynamic game. It can change immediately. Geopolitics never remains the constant because today's the nations which are the friends after 10 years the same nations are becomes the enemy. The common example is that America, United States of America, in 1971 when we liberated the Bangladesh, then at that time the USA sent its seventh carrier fleets in Bay of Bengal to fight with India, and now the USA is our strategic alliance. Why this much change? Because in geopolitics the interest of the country always keep the first, nothing else. If your interest will be served with that country, then that country will be the friend. If interest is opposite of that country, then it will be the enemy. So geopolitics is nothing. Geopolitics is only to present its interests and its country agenda on the world body. But in geopolitics nowadays, some countries are trying to change the rule drastically, like the China. China always claim the South China Sea, entire South China Sea, its territory. That is the unimaginable because, as per the law of sea of the convention, only 12 nautical miles will be the considered as the nation's boundary line for the sea. But the China now considers whole area of the South China Sea, including the Philippines, Brunei, Vietnam, all the South Asian nations sea part also in the China. That is now the nine dotted line. So how can geopolitics can shape? How can geopolitics will become in the future? It all depends on the interest of a particular powerful countries. Geopolitics is always run by the P5, permanent five. That is USA, Britain, China, France, and Russia. Now, the country that is after the P5, the most relevant country is the India. India is a competent contender for the permanent seat of the United Nations Security Council. Without the United Nations Security Council seat, India will not rule the world. So we have to take anyhow the United Nations Security Council permanent seat because we deserve that seat. France and UK, which are far behind from the economy, military power, also they are seated in the high table. But India, intentionally, the Western countries are not allowed us to sit on the high table. That is their dual game. That is their zero sum game. But now the finest foreign minister, finest prime minister, we are much hopeful that now the time for the India is come up to the 2020-30. We are the fifth largest economy in terms of the nominal GDP, and we are the third largest standing army. So in any criteria, we are the first nation of the largest nation on the population. We can beat the China also. So it's a rightful demand for India to get a permanent seat. Without, if you can't allow the one sixth of the humanity to decide whatever the world biggest issues, then this body becomes the relevant. G20 will take the seat of the United Nations Security Council. So needs India is also focusing on the SARC also because Pakistan is the hurdle to become hurdle for India to make a superpower. So we have to sort out the Pakistan also. Pakistan is going through a chaos conditions. Their economy is collapsed. Their prime ministers continue changes. So it's a big setback for the Pakistans also. They must be to think that how India and Pakistan are liberated from Britain's on a single or one a day before. And India is now the fifth largest economy, and Pakistan is going to a bankrupt nations because due to their policy, they are the only harbor the terrorist. They only produce one component, that is a terrorism. India is producing many scientists, many engineers, many doctors, many ISRO scientists, top level notch scientists. So India is dependent on the human resources, human capitals, middle class ethics value. That knowledge is a power. We utilize the knowledge to develop a powerful system or powerful society which can serve the society, which can liberate the society. So this is the difference between the India and Pakistan. Here, India needs to be more cautious that India is now on the takeaway to become a superpower. If India is diverted from the takeaway, then it becomes a chaotic country, a chaotic country. So needs to be remain on the uh, track, and India will accelerate to a 5 trillion economy. If we reach the 5 trillion economy, then any nation on the planet can be able to dare the India. in any condition. So we have to wait. We have to only focus on the economic condition, providing the job and opportunity for the youths. So this is my takeaway for the geopolitics. Please write, are you like my videos or not? Give some useful suggestions. I will consider it, and we will soon launch a question answer sessions also. Thank you very much and namaste.